Larian Studios has dropped an amazing update for our community, that is Community Update 35. This is in regards to the birthday of Baldur's Gate 3's release. Man, it has been already 2 years since we've covered this game, and it has been an amazing ride with you guys. We've started from a very small community into a somewhat larger community that has catered to different modders, build creators, and all of those really fun stuff that really love Baldur's Gate 3 and tactical RPGs in general. I just want to thank everyone who just keeps on supporting the show even though we're just a small channel. You guys are always there to check out all of the new stuff, especially the builds and the mods, as well as some other videos that I've made throughout this journey. Thank you everyone. And I hope that I can still continue this sort of project with you guys. Looking forward for the possible futures that we can cover in our channel. Anyway, Larian dropped a couple of really cool stats that we're going to be reading through, as well as some really interesting details about the game that most likely everyone didn't notice. Links in a full article in the description. Happy birthday, gang. Baldur's Gate 3 just turned 2 years. Hard to believe, isn't it? It feels like yesterday when they were just streaming the game on launch day at a cathedral in Ghent and earning a TikTok ban in the process for their juridic love crimes. But time flies. 2 years later, Baldur's Gate 3 has grown into something far beyond what they could ever imagine back then. It has turned into a shared universe along with other people where we, the community, have embraced the characters, written rules, made our own fun with our own enjoyment, and watching all of those things unfold was really fun for them. Since the introduction of mod support in September 2024, we've already uploaded over 8,500 mods via mod.io, and it hit around 265 million downloads, which is quite insane. We started off just a small modding community back in September 2 years ago. I still remember making my very first modding video for you guys because no other creator was making that before modding blew up. In comparison to the millions of download that we have in Nexus before, we have this really cool graphic in Withers that 265 million downloads. And the other one is the 85k mods uploaded. That is only for mod.io. They also recognized the month-long community run event that was July Modathon, so thank you everyone for uploading all of those really cool mods. They saw around 85 mod authors create over 160 new mods that has been downloaded over 150,000 times. Big congratulations to everyone involved, for the organization, to the achievements awarded. You've already raised the bar in every mod, and Larian wants to match that energy. That is why they're working to expand our official modding toolkit to give us even more freedom. Is this something that's going to be coming in a later update? Hope we can see that soon. I hope we can get some official support for gameplay creation, custom scenes, and quests. Those sort of stuff is much appreciated. Now it's time for us to check out Baldur's Gate 3 in the numbers. After celebrating the big numbers last year, check out the rare achievements that everyone, even rarer choices, have been making in the game. And I certainly have not done majority of this one, so I'm really interested on what are these small achievements that the players have been going around. So let's check out this one, the Obscure Achievements Award. Turns out that we're missing a few bards. Only 1.82% of players managed to earn 100 gold from playing music. Interesting. I didn't know that you can get some gold by just playing music around town. Maybe I can just try it out in Act 3. Maybe PlayStation players are more musically inclined, with 2.28 of PlayStation players having earned the achievement. 2.07 of players wobbled their way to victory, defeating 20 opponents while drunk. PlayStation players are one of the most often drinking from bottles, closely followed by Steam players. I think this is more of like playing a build that is focused on the Drunken Masters. Luckily for you guys, if you want a Drunken Master build, I have a perfect build for you guys. That is the Thunder God, which is amazing. You guys can check that out on my channel, or maybe I'll just drop the link in the description. 2.30% of players manage to multi-class their way through every class in a single playthrough without asking dear old withers for helping hand. I actually knew a player that has been doing a jack of all trades build. I think I still have the details on Discord or something. I'll have to check that out again. 3.87 of players managed to defeat Gortash in Worm Rock without activating the traps. Steam players have the fanciest footwork, with 4.37 successfully avoided triggering traps. I actually got this achievement. I just zapped him with my Storm Sorcerer and blew him up in just a single turn. really easy to do and blew up all the traps. Got that achievement in my first try, luckily. 1.1 million players have completed Baldur's Gate 3 in Tactician mode. Really cool. Almost half of a million players thought it would be fun to complete Baldur's Gate 3 in Honor mode. That's another 314,090 that unfortunately met their end since last year. 6.24% of players managed to knock the dragon out of the sky mid-flight. Around 2.65% of players managed to rescue Saza 3 times in a single playthrough. She cannot be caged. I tried this out, got the achievement. It was really challenging to save Saza, but I managed to do it on my second playthrough. Just over 5% of players managed to avoid any tiefling refugees meeting an untimely end. I didn't get this. So congrats to all of the 5% players. 8.21% of players used our enemies as improvised weapons against other enemies. We've got details about Honor mode. Around 4,647 players managed to beat Honor mode with only just using a level 1 character. That is insanely cool. 31,180 players beat Honor mode as a jack of all trades build. Most respec companions by the numbers, so let's check it out. Let's see. Shadowheart is at the top. That is 4,890,005. Second place will be Will, around 1,417. And the final one will be Gale, around 684,454. Shadowheart is one of the hottest companions in the game. I use Shadowheart most of the time on my build showcases as well as on modding content, so I try to respec her as much as I can. Now for some really cool bits about subclass respec. Harlak has the most often respec into the Oath of the Vengeance Paladin. Shadowheart has most equally as often respec into either Death Domain or Life Domain Cleric subclass. That checks out. Trickster's Domain is absolute trash, so most likely people gonna be respec into another Cleric subclass. Blazel has the most often respec into the Oath of the Crown Paladin because Oath of the Crown Paladin is one of the most broken subclasses in the game, hands down. Gale has most often respec into the Draconic Bloodline Sorcerer subclass because who cares about Wizard, right? Asterion since patch 8 has respec mostly into the Hexblade Warlock across 27,682 campaigns. Hexblade Warlock, understandable, really powerful subclass in one of the best and melee attackers. Will, however, not to be outdone, has respec into the Hexblade Warlock across a whopping 333,403 campaigns, which is crazy. Players also respec Minx into the Death Domain Cleric. This is a quite interesting detail that people have been doing to Minx. 598 players adopted a child with Will, and for the other one is 446,718 players reached across the weave with the crossplay to enjoy Baldur's Gate 3 together in different platforms. I myself haven't tried crossplay yet, and I'm looking forward to check that out among my friends. Lorien will also be participating in PAX West this September, so if ever you guys are in the area, it's going to be held in August 29th to September 1, 2025, so you guys can drop by and check out their booth. And that's it guys for our 2-year anniversary in Baldur's Gate 3. Looking forward for more modding and creating interesting builds for everyone. Hoping you guys are having a nice day. And again, congratulations for the 2-year anniversary, Lorien Studios and Baldur's Gate 3. Thank you so much for giving us this amazing game where I can use this platform to introduce everybody to modding and loving tactical and RPGs in general. For you guys who want to join our modding and gameplay Discord, links are in the description below. For more RPG news, builds, and mods, keep it here in this channel. Finally, that's it for me. I'll see you soon. The next Master Buck Show. Peace out. Bye guys.